Welcome back, Bills and NFL fans to No Huddle. Zach here. I'm on my own this time to talk about the Bills draft picks in round 2 and 3 from yesterday. Before we even begin, I want to say that the picks that we got were great. They just fit our culture, and most importantly, are day one starters for this team. AJ Epenesa from Iowa, defensive end, and Zack Moss from Utah, running back. Oh my god, they're both such good picks for this team, and I can't wait to start talking about them with you guys. If you don't know who they are, we're going to go over it in this video, and you can get to know them, and you can figure out why they're great picks. Remember to like and subscribe. It helps us a lot and lets us see that you want to see more content like this. Starting off with AJ Epenesa, let's get right into it with his strengths first, weaknesses second, then we're going to have an NFL comparison of who I think he most plays like, and then I'm going to tell you what you can expect for this upcoming season from this kid. AJ, simply put, he's huge. He's 6'5", 275 pounds of pure muscle, and he's going to put any offensive tackle on their ass if they make any misplays against him. He forces tackles to play perfectly against him because of his immense strength and his lateral movement that he has, which are both off the charts. His lateral movement and strength in both his body and his hands are crazy. If a tackle doesn't have proper footwork against him, or they give him an inside shoulder, he's going to completely bull rush them, and he's going to collapse the pocket. You have to play perfect against this kid, or he is going to punish you. All of his tape involves him manhandling tackles as if he was playing on a field with children. He just uses his massive power in his hands also. He has such powerful hands, using them to punch, jab, push, and he just throws people all over the field. And his mission is to always sack the quarterback, but not only to sack the quarterback, but to strip the quarterback. He uses his hands to rip the ball out of their hands like a bully taking candy from a baby. He does it all the time, and he is so good at it with his overhead swings, punches, and he just strips the quarterback whenever he gets the ball. He has a wicked first step as well. Pair that with his immense strength and his lateral movement, and we'll go over his weaknesses later on how he can improve even further as an edge rusher. He is explosive off the edge. He's strong, has powerful hands, and can do damage. Not to mention, he's played with one of the best offensive tackles in college in Iowa, Tristan Wirfs. He practiced with them all the time, and they both made each other better, but especially in our case, AJ Epenesa, since we don't have Tristan Wirfs, we don't really care. He's on the Buccaneers. They got taken in the first round, and I think AJ Epenesa should have been a first rounder. I liked this kid before the Stephon Diggs trade. I wanted us to take him at 22 if Clavon Chasen wasn't there. I really liked AJ Epenesa. A lot of people mocked him to the Buffalo Bills at 22 because of how much of a fit he is. He's a blue-collar kid. He's a great locker room guy. He's a leader. He gets along with everybody, and he gets the team to rally around a cause. Kirk Ferentz, the head coach of Iowa, said this, and he only brings in locker room guys. He likes culture fit guys, and he wants his locker room to work together and work properly. I had AJ ranked as the third best defensive end in this draft behind Young and Chasen. I think he has the highest ceiling, but I also do think he has the lowest floor. I think at his best, he can be ranked with Young at the end of his career. I think Chase Young's going to be a top 10 talent. I think AJ Epenesa, if he can put it all together, can be a top 10 talent. Now, on to his weaknesses. AJ has three main weaknesses. He's not a speed rusher. He disappears during double teams, and he has an issue with getting low and bending. He needs to simply learn how to bend and get low. It's a technique that he can learn with the defensive line coach and Sean McDermott at the next level. It's something that he can easily improve upon. It's not a size issue. It's not a weight issue. It's something that's improvable and something that he can learn. Offensive tackles sometimes stand him up straight, and he can't really get on balance or use his strength properly. He just needs to learn how to get low on offensive tackles. Then, when it comes to double teams, whenever they send a tight end out on the edge to help the offensive tackle, or when he's going inside and a guard pops off to help the offensive tackle, he always struggles with that as well. He always seems confused. He looks frazzled during double teams. He doesn't really know how to get past them. He kind of just stands up straight, but it's even worse than when he's one-on-one standing up straight, because his strength doesn't really work as well when it's two people that he's up against. He needs to be taught how to get past double teams, and he needs to be taught how to bend and get low on tackles. This is something that McDermott and the defensive line coach for the Bills can do, I'm sure of it. Then when it comes to not being a speed rusher, that's something that he just is. I think he's always going to be a power rusher at the next level. It's a weakness, I know. He can only really power rush. He can only really use his strength, but paired with newly learned techniques of bending and getting low and knowing how to get past double teams, he'll be able to produce at the NFL level. These aren't really big, huge red flags or anything that anybody should be immensely worried about. Now, after finishing strengths and weaknesses, we can compare him to an NFL player. I think he matches up very well to Cameron Jordan. They have the same sort of power. They have the same sort of height, weight, except for a few inches and a few pounds. Or for Bills fans, he matches up very well to Shaq Lawson, but he's much stronger than Shaq Lawson. We definitely took him to replace us losing Shaq Lawson, and I think that he's an amazing replacement. And I think that he's going to be after Jerry Hughes' job next year, or Trent Murphy's, but he's going to be playing a rotation role. Now that you have a comparison to go off of, we can talk about what you can expect from this upcoming season, in my opinion. AJ is going to be sent out there to weaken tackles and to make them tight. He's going to use his strength against them next year, and that's what the Bills are going to expect him to do. He's going to be in rotation with Mario Addison. AJ, with his set of skills at stopping the run, he's going to be a 1 and 2 down defensive end. He's going to be in there to stop the run and to rush the passer, collapse the pocket, try to get a sack, but he's going to try to force teams into third and long situations. This is when Mario Addison's going to come in. We're going to send Mario Addison in on third down situations, and Mario and AJ are going to be best friends next season. AJ's going to be getting sacks, he's going to be stopping the run, and he's going to learn from Addison, while Addison's going to be sitting on the sidelines, staying fresh, and coming in on third down situations to cause havoc for quarterbacks. Also, pair this with Jefferson on the other side of the line, and defensive ends switching in and out constantly, and our defensive line is going to be deadly. What you can expect, in my opinion, is AJ's going to get a few sacks this year, and he's going to get plenty of QB pressures, and he's going to get plenty of tackles for loss, and plenty of running back stops. I think he'll finish with around 5 to 8 sacks this year, and he's definitely going to be known as an amazing run stopper. Now that we're done with AJ Epenesa, we can move onto the second pick in the second day, in the third round with the 86th overall pick, Zack Moss, running back, Utah. We'll start with his strengths, weaknesses, NFL comparison, then what you can expect, then we'll wrap up the video. First, his strengths. He's a powerful runner. He can change direction very quickly. He's a perfect height, 5'10", short, stocky. I love running backs that are that height and the weight that he has. He also will bulldoze kids and get them out of the way on his mission towards the end zone. He is a great running back. He does his job. If you are sending him out there on 3rd and 1, you are getting the first down. There is nothing stopping him from getting that first down, especially with the vision he has as well. And to be able to shoot gaps at the NFL, that's very important. I think that Zack Moss was a great pick for this team, and I wanted him in the 3rd round. We got the player that we wanted. This is a great pick for us. And when it comes to weaknesses, he doesn't have breakaway speed, same issue as Devin Singletary. He has some durability concerns, same issue as Devin Singletary coming out of college. I'm not really worried about his durability concerns. He has some injuries in college. You shouldn't be worried about it either. I don't think that he's going to be injured much because he's going to be splitting his workload with Devin Singletary at the NFL level with us. Also, another thing that they said is that he's not going to be a very good receiving back. I don't agree. I think that he can be a receiving back the same way that I think that Devin Singletary could have been receiving back the year before. And guess what? He was a receiving back for us. Devin Singletary caught the ball all the time last year. And I think Zack Moss can learn and do it as well. And I don't think that that's something that you will be worried about. When it comes to an NFL comparison, all the websites, all the draft analysts, they're comparing him to Kareem Hunt. I think that's a good comparison. But a better comparison, in my opinion, that Bills fans might remember is Travis Henry. I think that he matches up to Travis Henry very well. I think he's the same type of back as Travis Henry, and we can expect the same type of results as we got from Travis Henry. When it comes to expectations, I think that he's going to have around 700 yards this season, somewhere around there, but he's going to have a lot of TDs. Zack Moss is going to come in on 3rd and short situations, 3rd and goal situation, and he is going to get the ball into the end zone, or he is going to get the first down. That is what Zack Moss is going to do for this team. He's going to split the load with Devin Singletary and make it easier on both of them, and Zack Moss is going to be an immediate impact on this team and bring this offense to the next level. Finally, in review, we got AJ Epenesa at 54. We got Zack Moss at 86. All you need to know is that we got an amazing defensive end and we got a great running back. We would have taken Epenesa at 22 if we did not trade away the first round pick to the Vikings for Stephon Diggs. So we essentially got a player at 54 that we would have taken at 22. We didn't need to trade up for Zack Moss, which is crazy to me, and we got him in the third round anyways. We have a defensive end that can become an elite player that can be on this team not only for the next 4 years, but 10 years. And I see Zack Moss kind of as a 4-year back. I don't see him as a lifelong Bill, but I think that both of these picks are great for us, and they are all day one starters. If you disagree, comment below. If you agree, comment below. Like, subscribe, check out our other videos. Be safe and have a good one.